friends, MD Vegan. I make another broccoli cauliflower rice today. Main part is broccoli cauliflower. Here, some florets, not too much. There's a portion for me, and a smaller part of broccoli. This is perfect to make rice. Cauliflower rice is a classic, meanwhile, in my kitchen, and many people know it. But you can also process it together with broccoli. This is a little bit different. The texture does not become the rice-like, like the cauliflower, but it is a nice addition in the flavor. And it turns a little bit smaller. I show you, it's very easy. I use my food processor. This is a very versatile tool. I like it a lot. I fit it with the S-plate. This is to make rice, cauliflower rice. So the cauliflower that's in right there, just this floret, this is a floret. A little bit of the stem, not too much. Otherwise, the texture of the rice is not perfect. Can a little bit of stems, of course, but okay, but not too much. The bigger parts I crunch away. They're delicious, but not for the rice. Same with the broccoli. And now, this is by itself okay. With a dressing or other ingredients, make it delicious. But by itself, only as it is a little bit dry and a little bit not so tasty. So to make it tastier, I put some seasoning in there. And first is olive oil, just a little bit, not too much. I don't use oil that much because it's not whole food. And recommended is, of course, always whole food. There's a lot of good reasons for it. For example, the whole fruit has thousands of phytonutrients that are nutrients that made by plants only. Phytonutrients. And these phytonutrients play together and enhance the effects of each other. So, to give an example that is well researched, turmeric. It's a root that is used as a seasoning, as a spice, has a brilliant orange color. And this orange color comes from a nutrient that is called curcumin. Curcumin is the orange color. And it is extracted from the turmeric root and given into pills. And then the pills are, the people eat the pills to get the effects of the turmeric. But it is only a fraction of the effect, such research found, compared to the whole root, eating the whole root, because the thousands of phytonutrients in the root, they play together and enhance in an unknown way the curcumin effects. So that's just an example. It's all the time like that, so it's better to eat whole food. For that reason. There are other reasons. I don't want to go too much into the science right now, but whole food plant-based diet is considered, if correctly done, the healthiest at all. We have to believe that, we have to assume that according to what science says so far. But that is a topic for another video. I just want to make cauliflower rice now, and just to say why I use the oil not so often, but the oil in a small amount, I like it because it makes the cauliflower rice, gives it a little bit more, a nicer texture. It's a little bit easier, and it eases also the sharp flavor of cauliflower from these cruciferous vegetables that are super healthy, but they have a little bit this sharp flavor, so we have to tweak a little bit. Olive oil is perfect for that, to me. And you can also, if you don't want to take oil, you can take a cashew nut, for example. Processed together with the cashew nut, a similar effect. Then you have a whole food too there. But I have two more ingredients today for my cauliflower broccoli rice. This is here a dried tomato, but it has to be soft. If you have only a hard dried tomato, you can also soak it a little bit and then cut it into small pieces here. These small pieces are important because when you eat these delicious dried tomatoes, and you have to chew them a lot, and this wouldn't fit in the rice texture. That would conflict. So to cut it into small pieces, you don't have to chew it that much, and then it's nice to. I hope it's nice. So it's a tomato rice. Actually, that's a classic, but of course not like this. I didn't make that before. I tried today. Put some dried tomato in small pieces, chopped up. Into the cauliflower and broccoli, and a a half teaspoon of salt, not too much, yeah. That would be over seasoning, and the rice is very sensitive here, the cauliflower rice. A little bit salt is very nice to balance the sharp flavor of the cabbage here, the cauliflower and the, the broccoli, but only a little bit. So this is now a very good refined rice recipe. Let's see what it works out. Not too long, because then there is no more rice. And see what it looks like. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, the little red dots here from the tomatoes, the green, the white. It's all very nice. A little bit shiny because of the olive oil. So all that looks pretty nice to me. This is a good tool to get everything out of the food processor. These tools, they come with a good food processor. They always have some equipment that are exactly made for these tools, kitchen tools. So just put it all in, scratch it out. That's what the tool is made for, to get into the corners here. And then I put it away. Good. So look at that rice again. Isn't that that's very beautiful, right? It looks really nice. I could eat it as is, I'm sure. This would be a perfect meal. The seasoned rice, I like it a lot to eat pure rice. Best is, of course, whole food rice. If you don't have the cauliflower rice, you want to have a cooked rice and a whole food rice, and with just a smallest amount of seasoning, just a little bit. That's what I like oftentimes the most, a very simple and delicious food. So, but here I add some more seasoning. I want to make a spicy rice here, and I have some spicy ingredients. I can only use them in small amounts, like the black olives here. I cut it in ringlets. Yeah, the ringlets are nice. Some nice things happen it when you put it into a food, into a dish, and you mix it with the other ingredients. So they penetrate each other. That can be very nice as an effect. And I have a half red onion here. Also, not too much. It's a very strong ingredient, onion. So I use it sparingly. But it adds a nice crunch and a nice flavor. And of course, super healthy, not to mention that, at least to the rice. Yeah. And I have also a chili pepper. I have seeded this chili pepper. It's very easy to do. And it depends very much on how hot, yeah, what kind of degree your chili pepper has. There are different ones, very ones you cannot eat, and only the specialists can eat that. But this is a very medium one. It's very easy. I have a whole chili pepper seeded and cut into thin stripes, and then again crosswise, so you have the small pieces. All this is to adapt a little bit to the rice texture, so everything mixes nicely and nothing falls out too much out of the frame. So everything combines to one whole flavor experience, I expect at least. So, and this here are pine nuts, another seasoning, but a very nice one. Pine nuts are very exquisite. I keep some for the decoration of my plate. I always do that. That's a nice effect to put some on top. So it looks nice. So now I combine everything. Looks really amazing. All these ingredients, they are all more or less to season the rice. Yeah? So not like a bell pepper or what you could name it, what you could tomatoes, what you could put into rice. This would be for a new main part, a new vegetable adding to the rice. There are so many options for that. But these ingredients are all vegetables, yeah, or pine nuts in that case, in one case, and they are to season the thing. So that's what you have here. It's a very colorful, nice. It reminds me of the Persian recipes. Good friends of mine are from Persia, from Iran, and they have these rice recipes with pine nuts and all these things, seasonings, and they have really nice recipes there. Many Asian or Middle Asian countries have amazing recipes. It's a little bit inspired by that. Great fan. They know everything about seasons. Seasonings, spices, they come from India. From India and Persia, and so these countries and Arab countries, they're very advanced until the Middle Ages, the medieval ages, 1500 or so. These countries were leading the world in culture, medicine, agriculture, water supply, and so many sciences they had, surgery, they did everything. They had mathematics, they all comes from India. And then later, our culture in the West took over, and these cultures were set back a little bit due to the industrialization and other things. Yeah, but we have a lot of things to can learn from them. The seasonings come out from India. Who would have known that? So yeah, that's a wonderful dish. I hope I will eat it as a lunch or as a dinner. It depends how much time it takes now to tidy up everything. And then I'm happy for the rest of the day, I guess. Maybe one more dish with fruit, perhaps, or a piece of cake if I have one. And my eating day is full. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If so, like my video and subscribe MD Vegan on YouTube. You're very welcome to have a new recipe every single day. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter.